Alright, and I'm live once again! Oh, forgot to change the name of my my episode, I think. Hold on, I'm gonna be on 65. Alright, so we're gonna put 65. Oh, that's 66. 65. That drawing jive. There we go. Robert, hey man. You ready for some fun drawing today? Woo! Sweet fun drawing! Okay, where's my pen? There we go. And let's bring down my opacity by like 20%. That looks good. That looks good. The big 65. You know it, man. Only 25 more to go, and wait a minute, not 25. 35 more to go, and I hit that 100. I spent the entire day today working on my next issue to my comic book. My comic book Blythe, right here, which you can find on my Webtoons page if you'd like to read it for free, and if you'd like to support me, you can always do that on my Patreon page. Now that I got all that marketing out of the way, I've been working on my newest issue, and it's gonna be crazy big. Like, normally my comics are like about 18 to 19 pages a pop, and the last one I came out with was like 27, but this new one's gonna be easily 40 pages or so. I want it to be a really big one too, so I mean, so much is gonna happen. It's going to be all my characters walking from one classroom to the next classroom. I mean, that's easily 40-page material. I'm gonna wait like 2 or 3 minutes before people show up. But it's the first one of the month, so let's make this an OC one. Let's do some OCs today. I still would love to grab a copy after I move. Oh man, that'd be awesome. And you'd have to tell me which character you'd want me to draw inside it, so I could draw you like that fun little sketch that I do in every single comic that I make. I always draw Mika in my demo one, all the time. And if somebody's like, oh, I don't know what I want, surprise me, I'd always do Mika. It's not a surprise, it's gonna be Mika. I remember at one point I was doing a bunch of Adonica, which she's not in here. Anyway, she's one of the teachers because I really love her design, and she's the second oldest character I've created for that's in my comic. Like, the first character I ever created for my comic was actually Mika, and she's not even the main character, she's just in there. But Adonica was the second one that I created, and I loved, like, I was just sketching and doodling, and I created something, and I was like, oh, I love this. And then made her the teacher. But, you know, even her, like, I did it a few times where I would sketch it in, but nowadays it's just mostly Mika. I've come to terms with that. Alright, Robert. It's OC day, so which OC you want me to draw for you? And if anybody else wants me to draw their OC, please write it down in the... Well, I wouldn't write it down in the comments. I'd say send me, like, a link to the picture, either on my Facebook or on my DeviantArt account. You could on Patreon, but Patreon doesn't seem to work super well for things like that, so it's better to send it to me on DeviantArt. Note me on DA, Robert. You want choosy. There we go. Boy, Choosy sure is your favorite character, huh? What the? I just copied that cheesy illustration. Why is it not transferring over? Let's do it again. Copy. Paste. There we go. Next time it's chibi. If no one comes, could you do Venom with her? Any idea you have? Yeah, I could do her fused with Venom. Or give her like a symbiote. Just gonna wait a couple minutes, but well, a couple minutes, maybe like 2 minutes, 3 minutes, and while waiting, I guess I'll start doing the pose. Alright, let's make this nice and small so I can think of my pose. Alright. Let's do something like that. Simple, but very effective. Especially if we're going to do a symbiote. I'm surprised Zeno's not here, but you know what? He's like on his world tour right now. Like, I'm surprised he was able to tune into any of them, to be honest. If I was on a world tour, I don't know if I'd have time to watch like live streaming. Body's a little long. I'm gonna cut it down to like about, let's bring it down to there. Curse this this eraser. There we go. I find the time to watch your video. That's super awesome of you. I'd love to, but I'm sure I'd be like let's say I'm running around doing stuff, especially like if I was with my wife, there's no way I'd be like, hold on babe, I just have to watch this live stream for a quick hour. She'd be like, no, you can watch that when you get back. Besides, I'll still be here when you get back. Hopefully. Today on Eric's last live stream. No, I wanted to have longer legs. I like my long legs, and I find I always make like really long bodies, but I never make long legs. I mean, well, I always try to make long legs, but I always end up making longer bodies. And these days, I'm like trying to really focus on making longer legs and shorter bodies. So it's got more of that Sailor Moon style that I love. Okay, I think this is what's throwing me off here. That wouldn't be like that, especially if she's like facing this way. Well, Robert, looks like you're gonna get your own sketch today. All right, let's get like around her face done a little bit better. So, Robert, how you been, man? How you doing these days? Let's give her the same kind of lovable face with tongue sticking out. Not like that. Oh, that's very Spawnish. Meh, I'm leaving it. That's kind of cool. Let's give her a huge horn here. Oh, I can erase this. I don't need that no more. I don't need that no more. She's gonna have pants. Let me put her pants on and then I'll decide how I want to draw these. Let's bring her belly button down a bit. I'm gonna make this teeth. No, I don't want that. I'm gonna leave that the way it is. Oh no, my water! Ah, I left it super far away. Oh man. Alright, I'm gonna have to go get that. Looking awesome. Thanks, man. Alright, let's do the actual sketch to this action. Alright. Look at these big sharp teeth in here. Longhorn. Yeah, man. Everything's more intense when you've got a symbiote. There we go. Let's get this eye a little closer in to the other one, shall we? Like this, I think. Yeah, it's much better. I think this one's gonna look pretty cool. I like it when all the teeth aren't necessarily, like, perfect. Kind of gave her like a hoodie, like Spider-Gwen. Hmm. I'm gonna make this look like it's a tongue. I know it's like her hair, but I think it might be cool if like the tip of her hair looks like a tongue. If that's the case, this should be like a mouth that's opening. Alright, let's save. I'm gonna get my water. I'll be right back. Alright, I'm back. Alright. Usually when drawing, I like to actually draw. I don't always use this pen tool, but there's certain things that I'll use it for, especially if I have to cut time. So seeing that I've got like a half an hour left to draw this drawing, I thought it might do me some good to use the pen tool. There we go, that should be good. Alright. Yay, kinda made a stream after missing them for 2 weeks. It's all good. But I've already taken my my requests for the day. Let's see here. That's weird that that was erased like that. I'm just gonna fill that in real quick. Alright, so let's see. So, how you doing, Nick? Pretty great. That's super sweet. Alright, now I had a couple of saliva bubbles. Alright. That's good. Let's fuse those layers. I said on the last stream that I couldn't make it to Fan Expo, but it turns out I'll be going now. What? So I'll see you there. I made this massive banner to put behind my table. Like, it's just the hugest banner. Pretty excited for Fan Expo. So you should be able to find me pretty easily. Let's increase my brush size just a wee bit. That's too big. Now just a notch. There we go. Is there anyone that you want to meet at Fan Expo in particular? Like, are there any actors or anything like that going that you'd love to see? those teeth are gonna get... Oh no, I'll put it behind the teeth. I think it'll look better behind the teeth anyway. This is too high up. Alright, let's do something like this. Alright, elbow's a little high. Alright. No, I'll get into that after. So going to Fan Expo in the next few weeks. I'm a little nervous. Like I got an email from Fan Expo saying that I have to get like exhibitors insurance. Like already going to this convention's costing me over $3,000. So all of a sudden, like they just keep adding things. Like, oh, and you have to pay for this, and you have to pay for this, and you have to pay for this, and I'm like, oh my gosh. I've never had exhibitor insurance for any convention ever done in my life. How come Fan Expo is making me pay for exhibitor insurance? Like, I'm gonna have to contact them and be like, yo, gang, what's the deal? Do I have to pay for that? Oh, come on. So I don't know. Things just keep getting more and more expensive for Fan Expo. I'm going because I have to go. It's just, oh man, it's heavy. I'm just scared it's gonna leave me with tons of crippling debt, and that I'll have nothing to show for it. But who knows? I mean, I work pretty hard on my comics, so I don't think that's gonna happen. I think I'll do okay. Oh my gosh. This is pissing me off. Alright, hold on here. She is looking awesome. Thanks. Alright. No, that's good just like that, I think. No, actually, let's do this. Come on. There we go. Save. Always good to save. Oh boy, 12 minutes. I don't know if I'll be able to finish this in 12 minutes. I'm gonna try my best. There we go. Alright, let's get in on that tail. I gotta keep my brush at 15. It's kind of large, this brush. Bugs me. Man, I got like nothing to talk about. I'm so sorry. Usually I'm like all talkative and stuff, but I don't know. What about you, Robert? Any sweet new news on your end? It's all good. Alright then. Oh, the other day I went to the States. Well, I'm moving to Ohio soon. Ooh, Ohio. Wow. That's fun. Is there a reason why you chose Ohio? A lot of family there. That's fun. I'd like to move somewhere because I got lots of family. I guess I have some family in Vancouver. So I went to America yesterday because I'm Canadian. That's what it's all about. And I went with a friend because he wanted to go pick up some pops. Pay the cost of living there is cheaper. Oh yeah, that's sweet. That's why I don't go to Vancouver. Because the cost of living in Vancouver is crazy expensive. That's good, man. You'll have like more money to go out and buy sweet stuff. Yep, like your comic. Thanks, man. It is a pretty sweet comic. I worked pretty hard on it. But just because I worked hard on it doesn't necessarily make it good. And if you like anime and like classic manga style tropes, you'll probably like my comic. In Canada, we don't have any Targets. So, we have like Walmart and stuff like that, but we don't have Target. And, very depressingly, I went to Target the other day because I went to the States with with a couple friends because he wanted to buy some of these pop figures. I'm not really a pop figure collector myself. I can see the appeal that some people have, and it's just I personally don't like the art style that they use. But it's just a personal preference thing. Anyway, so yeah, I went with them, and I was all excited to go to Target, and the reason was that I'm a huge Transformer fan, and I heard Target was gonna have like tons of exclusive like mini cons. They're like the mini Transformers. So when I went there, I was all excited because there's like a Target exclusive one that's like a big box that's full of tons of them, and obviously that Target had been raided, and I didn't manage to find anything I was looking for. They actually didn't really have any Transformers there. They had like two. Bumblebee Optimus Prime, which, despite looking cool, I can find him anywhere here, and and Siege Optimus Prime, but I think like the Commander Convoy or whatever. Anyway, I really wanted those mini cons. It would have been cool. I would have been like, wow, I never come to America, and I'm gonna pick this up while I'm here. It's too bad. Too bad they didn't have them. Alright, I think we're like pretty much coming to the end here. Let me, let's get rid of that. Yeah, her tail looks awesome. It's too bad I couldn't color this thing in. I'd be able to fill in tons of areas with tons of black and it would look pretty cool. But I don't have time for that. Like if I were to do that right now, I don't know. I gave her one horn. I wasn't sure if I should make like little spikes coming out of her horn. No, I'm not going to do that. I like just one spike. It's nice. But what I will do is I'll add like some venomy design to it. Bam. Alright. So, Choosy fused with Venom. Erase some of this black line here. There we go. That's better. So, because the line's a little thick, but like this actually feels like it's coming out at us, the viewer, a little better. Alright, Robert, what do you think, man? One venomized Choosy. I love it. Thanks, man. That's awesome. Alright, and I think we've about hit time to hit that dusty old trail. I gotta work a bit more on my comic tonight, at least another like hour's worth or so. Well, not an hour's worth. I gotta work on it until I hit my quota for the day. Like, I'm designing my comic, and the difference between like working on my comic like I usually do and designing it, it's like it takes all my brain power, right? So writing, because I like I'll write kind of, hold on, maybe no, I'm not gonna show off anything. I like to write everything down on like a sheet of paper, like in point form, that's gonna happen, and I try not to make it be longer than one sheet of paper. Sometimes I might take up half of the back of it. It depends. Like this one, yeah, because I knew it was gonna be like 40 pages. I wanted it to be a big long one. So yeah, I normally have that, and once I have that, I put aside, it's like a guideline. Then I have like these sheets of paper I use. That I can show you. I made like this template. It looks like this. And so basically up here I got the title, what act I'm at, what pages I'm doing, and these represent two 11x17 pieces of paper side by side. And then I've got like a rough script that I write here. Because I write it and I do everything myself, I like to write while I'm drawing. So this way I have like kind of like my piece of paper that says everything that's supposed to happen, and I put little check marks every time I kind of, as I'm going through everything. So like on a page like this, I end up being like, okay, well, I'll draw my panels and my characters, and then I'll put little numbers and have the numbers pointing towards whoever, and then I write the numbers here, and I have it like associated to the person talking. So that way I'll be like, okay, number 1 says, oh no, and then I look here and it's like there's a number 1 and it says, oh no, and so is talking. So I do this, and I write my whole script like that, and when I'm done writing my script like that, and I'm done doing all my sketches, then I transfer my entire script onto the computer, where I'll copy everything that I wrote there, and then I'll make modifications. And then throughout the year of my doing the illustrations and making them look prettier and nicer, I add more. Like I'll keep modifying the script. Like I'll keep making it more, I guess, just better written. Because like this, it's like it's written, but it's kind of like written like I write what I want them to say, but not how I want them to say it. So, like, over time, I end up going over it all. That's kind of like my process for working on my comic book. And so just doing that takes all of my brain power available. Like, it's just super creativity. Sometimes I don't even listen to music, so I'll work for like a couple of days on doing this. No music, and I can't have anybody around me. So it's really something. And then, once I'm done all that, well, then I actually start doing the sketches and all that and working on my pages for real. And at that point, I'm fine. I can do whatever. My brain doesn't need to be as on for doing things like that because I already have like an outline of what I'm looking for. Alright, so I'm going to change up my beats, and let me just pull out my classic live stream closing speech. Thus ends my live streaming session for today. Yet the real challenge begins. Listening to my 2-minute long advertisement on me, myself, and I. All links mentioned will be in the description below this video. At a young age, I realized that sleep was for suckers, and I could get way more done by avoiding it altogether. Now that I'm older, all I want to do is sleep. I'm so tired, and I work like crazy. It's not like I'm up all night partying and drinking and hanging out with friends. I'm just alone, working till like 3 in the morning, and then waking up at 7 in the morning, and off to work I go. I'm pretty crazy, burning candles at both ends. So, all of these pinups and all these illustrations and everything that I do and all the sketches I do every day are all for one reason: to help support my Patreon page. It's $3 a month, so all the sketches I do today and any other major pinup I do throughout the month, I put them on there. All you have to do is follow me for $3. That's like the cost of like 2 Gatorades in a month. If you buy 2 Gatorades or 2 coffees or even sometimes just 1 bottle of water, that's the $3 that I need in a whole month from as many followers as possible to help promote and support the most important thing of all time, my comic book, which I write, publish, illustrate. It's funny that I always add in publish before illustrate. I do everything, and I love for all of it to be in a fancy, nice, and well, maybe not that page. I like it to be all in color. So, this is my whole life's work, and I'm going to keep pushing towards to making it more and more and more. And every follower on Patreon is definitely helping me with this. So all of those already follow me on Patreon. I can't possibly say thank you enough. So how about praise from a local celebrity?
Hello. Support and follow Eric on Patreon and in any other of his social medias. Remember, you should do this. Because if you don't, he might not survive and his comic book might not survive. And they're no good to me, dead. You're no good to me, dead. Everyone's no good to me, dead. Dead.
Okay, that's enough out of you, Boba Fett. Some people are into old retro things, and you know exactly who you are. Well, I have my older sketches and drawings available for purchase on my Gumroad page. Now I'm going to let you in on a little secret. All of my live streaming that I'm doing, everything's for free. I make pretty much everything for free. I guess it's not really a secret for those of you already following me. So, if you could just hit that like button and maybe that subscribe button on my YouTube page, that'd be like super awesome. Because the more people that like and follow me and subscribe to my YouTube page, the bigger I'll become. And the more people I have following me on Patreon. And the more people that do all this means more comic books and more sketches. Like at one point, if I don't have a part-time job that I'm working at, I could make my part-time job doing more sketches every single day or every single, like more than one a week. That'd be really cool. So, you know who else is crazy important to the rise of my future empire? Sorry, I didn't mean to say empire. I meant to say friendly, magical friends of the fun future. Well, it's you. Do you like sketching or drawing? What about making awesome costumes or cosplays? Well, you do some fan-related stuff to my comic Blythe that I showed you earlier, and I'll assure you a seat in my future galactic foothold, like a table, like right at that table. I didn't mean to say galactic foothold. I actually meant to say fun, friendly, magical friends of the future. So, take care, y'all. Uh-oh. Hold on. I can't play these beats. Well, I have to go now. But don't forget that you deserve to have an awesome rest of your day. And I'll see you next time. Boy, I really went off of my paper today. I probably should have followed it a little better. It took a little longer than it usually takes. But I guess I like to mix things up a little bit. I mean, always reading the same thing and doing it the same way at the end. It's enough to drive somebody crazy. So take care, y'all, and I'll see you next time.